Well, after nearly a year and a half, the U.S. is getting closer to normal. But as John Lawrence explains, there are concerns as vaccination rates are dropping.
Health experts are optimistic about the progress the U.S. is making against the COVID-19 pandemic.
I have now gone 2 consecutive shifts in a row without seeing a sick patient with coronavirus, which is the first time since early last March that that's happened.
The average daily rate for new U.S. cases is less than 30,000 as the nation is inching higher toward herd immunity.
As more and more people roll up their sleeves and get vaccinated, the number of cases and the level of community risk is decreasing.
However, data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the average daily pace of vaccinations is down nearly 50% from an April high. In these 8 states in the South, less than half of adults have had at least one shot.
Last summer, right around June, July, we saw a big surge of cases in the South. Why in the South? Because it gets pretty hot. It's hard to spend time outside. People cluster indoors. And if we have large numbers of unvaccinated people in those states, we may very well see a surge in those states.
That's why some states are trying to entice people to get vaccinated, including Oregon, where a shot can result in a cash payout.
If you've been waiting to get a vaccine or you just haven't gotten around to it yet, we're going to give you an extra incentive. How about a chance to win $1 million?
John Lawrence, KMBC 9 News.
According to the CDC, 7 states have reached President Biden's goal of having at least 70% of adults with at least one COVID-19 shot. Those are Connecticut, Hawaii, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, and Vermont. And right now, about 40% of people in Kansas and Missouri have received at least one dose of the vaccine. Worlds of Fun officially opened to the public for its summer season today. A little bit of a rainy start. There are some safety precautions in place because of the pandemic. KMBC 9's Matt Evans takes us inside the park to show us what's new for 2021.
One of the new things you'll notice this year is at the Worlds of Fun Classic, the Timberwolf, the wooden roller coaster that's been around for decades in Kansas City. Well, they've laid down 95% new track to make this a smoother experience for everyone. The park's oldest coaster has a reputation for jostling its riders through the twists and turns. But after a multi-year project that lowered the stack of wood rails to reduce the friction, the Timberwolf has a new and smoother future.
It's important for us. This ride is going to be preserved for a new generation of thrill seekers.
But the newest ride is over on the Oceans of Fun side, the Riptide Raceway, the world's longest mat racing water slide. It was supposed to open last year, but COVID canceled the water park season.
But, you know, another year, good things that come to those who wait.
The parks will open with a limited capacity to start the season, but a busy summer is expected at both Worlds and Oceans of Fun.
I think people are ready to get back and go out and have some fun, and we're certainly here for it, and we're excited.
Worlds of Fun now open weekends from 11 to 7 until the middle of June, when they'll expand those days that they're open. In Kansas City, Matt Evans, KMBC 9 News.
While Worlds of Fun open today, Oceans of Fun will open next weekend. Masks are not required in the parks for those who are fully vaccinated, but some other COVID-19 protocols remain in place. You can check the park's website for the latest regulations. We're keeping track of the changing coronavirus protocols all around the metro, and you can keep up by visiting KMBC.com or by downloading our KMBC 9 News app.